So, this is Marathon, the next extraction shooter by Bungie. My first thoughts of Marathon is really interesting. They had a whole reveal today of leading up to all the Easter eggs and everybody cracking the code to get the actual reveal trailer, releasing the actual gameplay trailer today, which was pretty cool. So, there are 4 characters coming to this game, which you have Locust, Blackbird, Glitch, and Void, which Locust is a soldier that pushes through gameplay and gets as much kills as possible. Blackbird focuses on where players and enemies are punishing poor positioning, which is very cool. Glitch is all about pushing and disrupting enemies, teams getting in and getting out. Void is a sneaky runner with smoke and stealthy and going cloak, which is very nice. So all 4 of these characters have a different way to play Marathon, which is very cool. So it makes it, lots of replayability. You don't have to pick like one character and it's like, oh, I want to pick another character, which you can. So you have 4 different characters you can pick from, and it adds lots of variety to it, which is very awesome. So gameplay wise, Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set in this mysterious world of Cow City 4. Depending on the runner you choose to play, every approach or objective will be different based on that character's abilities to fight your way through your objective. Learning ways to approach different objectives to outlive your opponents and get as much loot as possible and get out. Extract, the more loot you get and more powerful you get, honestly, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of the basics of it. Extraction shooter, you get in, get as much loot as possible, then you get the hell out before, dying and losing everything, which kind of sucks. Which I've seen talks over exclusive creator talks with this game and questions about the game. There is no stash in this game, so which is crazy. There is like inventory space where you keep all your loot, obviously, and your weapons, but there is no extra stash where you die to put stuff in it. As they explained it, this is the current alpha build of what is actually happening, but it could change based on feedback of what people give when people play during the closed alpha, which is April 23rd of 2025, which is only like 2 weeks away, which is crazy. Also in the trailer, there's also customizable builds, and weapon attachments will depend on your build to do the most damage. So depending on different rarities you have, like exotic, whatever, different attachments will make your weapon more powerful because it's going to increase like the handling and like the reload speed or aiming down sight, the damage, the recoil, which is very nice to see. You can also scavenge for loot, weapons, materials, objectives up to 18 players, and making this all fast-paced first-person extraction shooter. Choosing the correct runner to benefit you the most to help your team to strategic plays to win and outplay your enemies, which is very awesome. And seeing the gameplay wise, it's very cool. And as you see in the gameplay here, it's very nice to see what is actually going on in this gameplay, which is very interesting. I do have subtitles on just because I like to, just in case people want to watch what it says on the screen here, which is very cool. So otherwise, this gameplay looks very impressive, and I'm really excited to see what this game has to offer. So also they talked about the weather. There is dynamic weather. It is a huge part of the Marathon gameplay experience. It's changing the way you look, feel, and play, and how the map plays through your gameplay experience. So it can be raining, it could be storming, it could be, sunny, cloudy, whatever. That's what I've seen in the gameplay, which is pretty cool. Other than it just being one weather pattern, just, sunny all the time, it's just kind of boring. Once you have dynamic weathers changing throughout your gameplay experience, it makes it more realistic and engaging. It's like, oh, you play one match, it's sunny, and you play another match and it's cloudy and stormy. Like it adds variety of the gameplay experience, obviously. But adding those elements to a extraction shooter is really helpful. Not helpful, but it's actually like more engaging. Like I said, it's more funner that way, other than it just being one like weather system. So the art design, the art direction of this game looks out of this world, what I've seen from other games. Like if you've seen like the teaser trailer and like the reveal trailer, the quality of the game and the graphics look very different from your traditional AAA title games, which it looks very vibrant, very colorful. It stands out a lot, very colorful, and Bungie is going for a very different kind of color. I see it looks very like clayish. I don't know how to say it in words, but once you see the colors inside the gameplay, you'll see, what I mean, because it looks very vibrant, obviously. So it has more Bungie graphical looks, that less realistic, but it looks very vibrant, like I said earlier. The weapons look very cool. Seeing different weapons and very refreshing, from snipers and SMGs and assault rifles, and it gives more variety of different gameplay, and also LMGs, which is very cool, and guns with iron sights and shotguns, which is very cool to see. And for most of the weapons and going for those weapons and looting different scopes and weapons and attachments and changing the way of weapons handles and damage wise is going to be very huge. seeing the different like red dot sights and the iron sights and the scopes and the detail in the weapons look very good, and the gameplay of this game looks very impressive, and I'm really excited to see what this game has to offer. And I actually want to see, like, I want to hear some feedback from you guys in the comments below. What do you guys think about this game so far? Do you guys think this is going to be an amazing game, or does it look, you know, kind of or is it like you have to wait to play it to actually give your honest feedback? Because it's okay to critique a game that you see. It's good to see gameplay first before playing it. Obvious reason why they're releasing a closed beta, so you can actually, you know, play the game first and see if you want to buy the game or not. But I think the closed beta is only for people that sign up, so I will link that in the description below if you guys want to sign up. So hopefully you're selected to play this game. So I was watching more gameplay of creators that got sent out to play this game early, and Marathon does have fall damage. Depending on the runner, your runner will have different abilities to use at your own advantage to outplay and maneuver to change the positioning of your character of what, you know, kind of area you're standing in, obviously. So you're going to see different, you know, POVs of where you're at depending on where you're standing at, obviously, because you're not going to see everyone the same standing point because of the buildings and the grassy areas. Everyone's going to have their different positioning of where they see you. So this is a PvP and a PvE experience. As you see here, there is player versus environment, other enemies. There's PvP, which is player versus player, which this would be cool if they added a player versus environment only game mode for the people that don't like PvP, just like myself. I'm really intriguing to actually try this myself with other friends if they decide to purchase this game. So it looks very, very cool so far. So the closed alpha does start April 23rd of 2025. And again, you can actually sign up in the link in the description below if you guys want to check that out. So April 23rd, but it's not too far away, which is closer than I thought it was going to be when they revealed of when this alpha was actually coming out. My final thoughts is when finishing someone and actually having the ability to knife someone, where it's kind of like a finishing move to make sure they're actually fully dead, which I think that's the animation before, you know, before they get revived. So the finishing move is actually pretty cool on knifing someone in this game. Seeing the creators playing early and seeing their experience with the game and how much fun they're having is really cool to see that. So hopefully creators are honest to what they think and not afraid to speak their mind. If it's not against the NDAs, which is like a contract under a game that you played early. If you say something like too much early, you can get in trouble for it. So you gotta watch what you say because you're under NDA. There's only so much you can say about the game because it's kind of like behind closed doors, which not right now, but I think creators have actually played the game, so they can actually say more about it, which we don't know yet, so which they can't say yet, which is cool. Overall, the game looks very cool, very vibrant, and it's very colorful. The characters of the design itself looks very weird. It's not what I'm used to. It's very different. It's different, and you don't see many extraction shooters versus Battle Royale. There's so many of those, which it looks like this is a massive map, and it's gonna look kind of Destiny-ish because it's made by the same developers, Bungie. It looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to see how the objectives play out and pushing different side of objectives inside buildings and finding other loot and engaging other players at certain times. It's gonna be very frustrating because you don't want to lose all that loot. That's what a extraction shooter is. You get in, grab your loot, and go again. And it's like, oh, you lose everything one match. It makes you want to go again and gain all that loot back. It's like, yes, you gained victorious to gain all that loot back. Now you just want to go again and repeat the cycle, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this game is looking very cool. I will try to sign up for the beta. If I get in, I'll play it and live stream it. So hopefully I can, you know, sign up for it, which if I don't get into it, I'll just purchase the game myself. If I don't like it, I'll just refund the game. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. There's other gameplay details of other creators actually playing this game. This video is kind of like an overview of what the game and the mechanics and the gameplay, the objectives and the characters and the runners are actually going to play out inside of this game. I decided to make a video on this. So I made a whole script. As you see here, I'm reading off of it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below your honest feedback. Please be positive, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. And also make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification to never miss a single video because I upload every single day. Sorry if I'm whispering. I'm just trying to be quiet because it is like the middle of the night. So peace.